everyone, I am Yuvi Sharma. Today we have the director of Thelma Memorial School with us, Mr. Sudeep Mahapatra. Hi sir, how are you doing?
I'm absolutely fine, doing well by God's grace. And first of all, I want to convey my best wishes and a pleasant good afternoon to my audiences. And that's all.
So sir, tell us about the school where it is situated, when it was established.
Our school was established in the year 1983 by our founder chairman, late William David, and our founder principal, late Thelma David. And the school is situated in Mandaya area. The landmark is Singh Medical and Research Center. The school is situated between Singh Medical and Research Center and Patel Druksha.
So sir, as I knew, I've done some research. I got to know that the school was handed over to you in 2004, and before that it was a Hindi medium school and not co-ed. So sir, how did you manage to bring the school to this height till?
Yes, absolutely true. The school up till 2004, it was a Hindi medium school, and the classes were up till 5th, and the name of the school was David Nursery and Primary School. And the school, after the death of the founder principal, Thelma David, the school name was rechristened as Thelma David Memorial School. And from that year onwards, first of all, we changed the medium of instruction to English. Second, we started increasing one class every year. And now, this is year 2025. We are still continuing with the session 2024 and 25. Our school is now up till 12th. It is 10 plus 2 school run by CBSE on the lines of CBSE board. That's all.
So sir, I have this question in my mind that nowadays, a lot of not just nowadays, but from a very long time, we have seen that engineers and doctors comes more from our country, but most of the time they go abroad for their studies. So, what perspective do you have? Whether the education system in India is better or is better abroad?
Okay. Actually, these days, we see that the latest trend is among the students that they want to pursue their higher education in foreign countries. There may be many reasons behind that. First reason, what the students generally feel that the standard of education in India, it's very high. So when they appear for their NEET exams, they don't qualify for the NEET exams. When they appear for the JEE, that's Joint Entrance Exam, they don't qualify for that because of the high standard, because of the tough examination, they don't qualify. And there, the students find it easy to go to foreign countries and pursue their higher education. So this is one of the main reasons what I think. And the second reason is that in India, what I feel, especially in medical area, medical line, the fee in India is exorbitant. But in foreign country, as compared to the fee in India, in medical line, it's bit on the lower side. So this is also one of the reasons. First, that they have this happy reason of going outside or going abroad and pursuing their higher studies. And secondly, in less fee, they are finishing their course abroad.
So it's basically about the fee structure system that we have for in the private sectors. If I say it's more higher compared to the other countries.
Yes, especially in the private sector. If you qualify for the government school colleges, it's fine. The fee is on the lesser side. But if you want to pursue your engineering course or your medical course, from the private institutions, from the private colleges, the fee is really exorbitant as compared to the fee abroad.
So, sir, according to you, in which area students should work more on in order to qualify exams like JEE? What should be the use of what should a school should do in order to prepare their students well for the entrance exams such as JEE or NEET?
Okay. First thing what I want to say is that the student should work hard because there is no alternative to working hard. So first they have to work hard. Second thing, the school must be providing career counseling classes so that we can guide our students, those who want to pursue engineering or medical sciences after passing out 12. We should guide them in a proper way. We teachers, we educationists, we should guide them in a proper way by providing them, as I told you earlier, good career counseling classes so that they may know what to do in this JEE exams, what to do in NEET exams, how to qualify in the very first attempt. They must be guided in such a way. So what I feel is that school has a responsibility on this regard by providing them a correct counseling guide.
Might be in the right direction.
It's the right direction. Yes.
So nowadays, a lot of students are interested in dancing. Some are even want to become the आजकल जो बहुत चल रहा है stand-up comedians. And in every class we have comedian students who say something and then the entire rhythm of the class get disturbed. So should we praise these kind of talents, the students who have the quality of making other laughs, so that they might be able to become a comedian someday? Or should we teach them a lesson in the class that no, you should not behave like this. You should rather be in a proper manner.
Okay. What I think we should absolutely appreciate it because when we were students, जब हम विद्यार्थी थे, तो मेरे माता पिता जो मुझे सिखाते थे खाली पढ़ाई करो, नहीं स्कूल जा रहे हो तो सिर्फ पढ़ाई और सिर्फ पढ़ाई करो, खाली पढ़ाई पे ही तुम्हारा ध्यान रहना चाहिए. Your focus should only be on your studies. But nowadays, if the students are doing mimicry, if the students are doing comedy, ये तो एक बहुत अच्छी बात है, and I personally appreciate this.
In fact, sir, I would like to interrupt here.
Yes, sure.
In fact, there are career options. Doing mimicry, they are voice actors, they do voices and all that. So it's a good career option. If our students interested in such things, we should also encourage that in school as well.
Sure, I absolutely agree with you. मैं सहमत हूँ आपसे, क्योंकि ये क्या होता है ना, अगर कोई कॉमेडी कर रहा है या कोई मिमिक्री कर रहा है या पढ़ाई के अलावा कोई और टैलेंट उसके अंदर है, तो इसका मतलब ये है कि वो विद्यार्थी, वो बच्चा आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स जाके सोच रहा है ना, वो उसका टैलेंट है. And we must appreciate that talent and we must encourage that talent. To give an example, you all know the name of Kapil Sharma.
Yes, we all know the name of Kapil Sharma.
Yes.
He's very famous.
The famous stand-up comedian. So how he started his career? He started his career by acting, by doing comedy shows, and now he is known worldwide. पूरा संसार उसको जानता है, and he has become famous in everything. He has name, he has fame, he has wealth. Now he has everything. So he is now a successful person. If his talent would have been subdued, अगर उसके टैलेंट को उस समय रोका जाता और उसको बोला जाता कि तुम कॉमेडी ना करके तुम पढ़ाई करो, तो शायद वो सक्सेसफुल नहीं होता. लेकिन उसके उस टैलेंट को बढ़ावा दिया गया. That's why today Kapil Sharma is successful. So, if you ask me this question, that if a student in his or her class acts like a comedian, acts funnily, in a funny manner, so I appreciate that.
It is a very important point जो सर ने यहाँ बताया. In fact, ऐसे parents जो सिर्फ स्टडी ओरिएंटेड होते हैं, अपने बच्चों को कहते हैं कि खेलो नहीं, ये नहीं करो, पहले पढ़ाई को प्रायोरिटी दो. सो ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट है. सो सर, स्कूल में कई बार ऐसी एक्टिविटीज होती हैं जहाँ पे एज अ डायरेक्टर यू शुड नॉट लाफ ऑन दैट, बट ऐसे हंसी आ जाती है क्योंकि हम सबके साथ ऐसा होता है कि जहाँ कोई टीचर है वो सीरियस है, बच्चा कोई जोक ट्रैक कर रहा है, तो उस केस में टीचर दे लूज देयर कंसाइंस एंड देन हैपेंस. तो सर, आपके साथ कभी कोई ऐसा इंसिडेंट हुआ है जहाँ पे बच्चों ने कुछ ऐसे एक्ट करा हो जिससे आपको हंसी आई हो, बड़ा होल्ड बैक करना पड़ा हो?
ऑफ कोर्स ऐसा हुआ है. और मैं तो ये सोचता हूँ कि हर चीज का समय होता है. जब आपको स्ट्रिक्ट होना चाहिए उस समय आप स्ट्रिक्ट होइए. जब थोड़ा सा आपको लाइट होना चाहिए, लाइट वे में आपको बात करना है तो वो भी करना चाहिए. I am reminded of an incident that was last year Children's Day. So on the occasion of the Children's Day, the students were asked to teach on that day. तो बोला गया था कि आज आप पढ़ाओगे, है ना, आप पढ़ाओगे. तो बच्चों को सबको बता दिया गया था, कोई बायो टीचर, तो कोई फिजिक्स टीचर, तो कोई मैथ्स टीचर, तो हिंदी टीचर, तो सबको बना दिया गया था. तो जब मॉर्निंग में असेंबली हुई तो उस समय पीटी टीचर हमारा एक स्टूडेंट था. तो जब असेंबली हो गई तो जब वो कमांड दे रहा था तो हिज प्रोनाउंसिएशन वाज सच कि मुझे उस पर हंसी आ गई. पर मैं अपनी हंसी को रोका और उसको मैंने बुलाया और पूछा कि तुम इस तरह से क्यों बोल रहे हो, व्हाई यू आर गिविंग कमांड इन दिस वे. तो कहने लगा, सर मेरे पीटी टीचर ऐसे ही कमांड देते हैं तो मैं एग्जैक्टली उनको कॉपी कर रहा हूँ. तो मुझे हंसी भी आई और साथ में मुझे अंदर से इस बात की खुशी हुई कि सच अ टैलेंटेड बॉय, सच अ टैलेंटेड स्टूडेंट कि उसने एग्जैक्ट कॉपी किया पीटी टीचर. तो कहीं कहीं ऐसा होता है कि ठीक है आपको स्ट्रिक्ट रहना है, बीइंग इन द पोजीशन ऑफ अ डायरेक्टर you have to be strict, but at the same time you have to overlook few things. You have to overlook things.
This is very fun activity to perform as a teacher because मुझे याद है जब मैं स्कूल में थी तो मुझे मन करता था कि हम भी पढ़ाएं कुछ ऐसा, मुझे एक दिन टीचर मिल जाए तो ऐसे करे. So it's a very fun activity to have in school where every student will get the opportunity to perform as a teacher, especially those who are interested in doing such things. So sir, my next question will be about.
I will add.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I also remember because we all were students one day. है ना? हम सब विद्यार्थी थे, हम सब छात्र थे. तो मैं भी जब पढ़ने जाता था, मुझे याद है, तो I used to also copy the teachers. और मैं भी उनका मजाक उड़ाता था.
I'm sure we all have done this. Teacher की मिमिक्री करते हैं.
Yes, हम मिमिक्री करते थे, हम कॉपी करते थे उनको. और कुछ तो ऐसी बदमाशी मैंने किया है जो मैं भी बोल नहीं सकता हूँ, लेकिन हम सब बदमाशी अपने उसमें जब हम विद्यार्थी रहे, अपने विद्यार्थी जीवन में हमने बदमाशी किया. अगर हम बदमाशी नहीं करते तो हमें लगता कि शायद आज हम आगे नहीं बढ़ पाते. और मैंने ये देखा अपने विद्यार्थी जीवन में, जो बैक बेंचर है, जो सबसे लास्ट में बैठता है, वही टॉपर रहता है क्लास में.
That is very true. मैंने देखा कि बैक बेंचर्स even they are not toppers, but still they perform very well in their lives. Either some are businessmen, some are running some other firms. They all are. Everyone has a talent.
Very true. क्योंकि ऐसे बच्चे हम जानते हैं जो टॉप नहीं किए कभी क्लास में, but at present they are very successful. बहुत ही ऊंचाई पे बिंदु हैं. तो ये जरूरी नहीं है कि आप, बहुत अच्छी बात है, जो टॉपर्स हैं मैं उनको हमेशा एनकरेज करूंगा कि वो टॉपर्स बने रहे. If they are coming first in the class, they should always come first in the class. But I have seen those who are not toppers, they are now very successful or holding a successful position in the society.
So, sir, ऐसे आपने कहा कि आप मुझे कुछ बताएंगे, कुछ ऐसा करा है जो आपकी टीचर्स, आई एम श्योर अगर वो भी होंगे, एंड आई होप दैट दे आर डूइंग वेल इन देयर लाइफ, देन उनको याद होगी कि आपने क्या ऐसा करा था. So I hope that they will be watching. So my next question, sir, is about uh, because it is the right time. The board's examination is around the corner. So, any tips that you would like to give our board, those students who are applying for the boards in 10th and 12th, that they can follow in order to get better marks?
Okay. 10th and 12th exams are very near. From 15th, their examination is starting, 15th of this month. And the tips, what I want to give is that I told, hard work doesn't have any है ना? कड़ी परिश्रम का कोई दूसरा कोई और चॉइस नहीं। अगर आप मेहनत करेंगे तो उसका फल अवश्य मिलेगा। तो फर्स्ट इज हार्ड वर्क। सेकेंड थिंग, द नंबर ऑफ आवर्स यू आर पुटिंग इन योर स्टडीज। क्योंकि आपको जब आप एग्जाम की तैयारी करते हैं, ये टिप्स मैं देना चाहूंगा कि आप साल भर पढ़ें। ये नहीं कि खाली आप एग्जाम्स के दौरान पढ़ रहे हैं, आप साल भर पढ़िए, साल भर मेहनत करिए, ताकि आपको एग्जाम के टाइम में ज्यादा एफर्ट हो। तो ये मेरा दूसरा रूल है। फर्स्ट स्टेप इज हार्ड वर्किंग। यू हैव टू वर्क हार्ड, there's no alternative to hard work. Second, you have to work hard around the year. You have to study around the year. Third, जब आपका एग्जाम एकदम नजदीक है, एकदम सर के ऊपर है, तो आप फिर सिलेक्टिव स्टडीज करते हैं। सिलेक्टिव स्टडी इन द सेंस, आप साल भर आपने पूरा कोर्स पढ़ा, पूरा बुक पढ़ा, बट आपको इतना एक्सपीरियंस हो जाता है, आपको इतना अनुभव हो जाता है that you know what type of questions are going to come in your examination. Even in your school, the teachers guide the students. What type of questions will come in your exams? Suppose in your English paper, suppose in your maths paper. So there you do selective study. So third thing is selective study, because when your examination is very near, you cannot do vast study. आप subjective study नहीं कर पाएंगे, आपको selective study उसमें करना होगा। But fourth thing, take proper rest. Don't keep on working and having not proper sleep. रात भर जग के पढ़ रहे हैं। No. You should take proper rest. आराम करना पसंद करो। Fourth thing, nutrition. Proper nutritious diet. Drink plenty of water. Hydrate your body. Your body should not get dehydrated. Milk, you should have a glass of milk. So these four things are there. Hard work, then work round the year, study round the year. Fourth, selective study during your board exams. Fifth, take proper rest, proper sleep. And sixth, have a nutritious food. Get your body properly hydrated.
So, even after working so hard, if a student gets back in a subject, so what a student should do, because nowadays some students are sincere, so they get into depression, and there's also family pressure, peer pressure of being left behind. So in such case, what a student should have in their mind, what suggestion would you like to give them?
Okay. One thing what I missed while giving tips to the students who are appearing for the board exams, वो ये है कि जब आप एग्जाम में बैठते हैं, बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन सेंटर, जब आप एग्जामिनेशन देने बैठते हैं, तो first 15 minutes is allotted for reading the question paper. तो आप सारे क्वेश्चंस को बहुत केयरफुली पढ़ें, और जो आपको एकदम अच्छी तरह से आए, attempt that question first. और जो सबसे टफ क्वेश्चन आपको लगता है, उसको आप लास्ट में रखें, ताकि जो क्वेश्चंस को आप जानते हैं, the answers which you know, the answers to the questions which you know वेरी वेल, उसको पहले अटेंड कर लीजिए। फिर आपके पास इतना सफिशिएंट टाइम रहेगा कि आप जो टफ क्वेश्चंस हैं उसको भी आप इजीली अटेंड कर लेंगे। कैसे कि आप यू हैव द टाइम टू थिंक, आपको जो है टाइम मिलेगा सोचने की, तो आप आराम से उस क्वेश्चन का आंसर लिख सकते हैं। आपका जो क्वेश्चन था, अगर बैक आ जाए, कोई पेपर में अगर बैक आ जाए, देखिए वी ऑल नो कि लाइफ में, सबकी लाइफ में फेलियर आता है, फेलियर सबकी लाइफ में आता है। और किसी स्टूडेंट की लाइफ में अगर फेलियर आता है तो उसमें उसको हताश होने की जरूरत नहीं, should not be discouraged, क्योंकि the board, CBSE board, generally they give a chance, they give a chance, compartment आता है, so you prepare hard for the compartment। आप जो हो गया उसको भूल जाइए। अगर आपका बैक आया, ठीक है, peer pressure is there, parents pressure is there। कभी-कभी क्या होता है, due to parents pressure, due to peer pressure, भी उस प्रेशर से दब के हम गलत करके आ जाते हैं। जो आंसर हमें मालूम होता है उस आंसर को भी हम रॉन्गली लिख के आते हैं, क्योंकि ऐसा प्रेशर हमारे।
So what should a student should have in their mind? For example, अगर मैं हूँ, अगर मेरे पेपर से बैक लग जाता है, तो आई एम फीलिंग वेरी डिप्रेस्ड और अच्छे से माइंड अच्छे नहीं होता है, चीजें दिमाग में चल रही होती हैं, तो अच्छे से पढ़ाई भी नहीं हो पाती है। I am sure that we all have been in such situations where we have faced the problems where mind is thing which we cannot control, thoughts run in the back. So in such situations, कौन से भी ऐसे positive thoughts अपने दिमाग में रखनी चाहिए? What ways we should hold on to in order to move forward?
देखिए, अगर आपका स्टूडेंट का अगर कोई पेपर खराब हुआ या कुछ क्वेश्चंस उसने गलत लिख के आया है, क्वेश्चंस का आंसर गलत लिख के आया, तो आई नो दिस गोज एट द बैक ऑफ द माइंड, तो चलता रहता है। बट आई थिंक सो द स्टूडेंट शुड ट्राई टू फॉलो एज सून एज पॉसिबल। आपको कहते हैं आप घर आओ, गो एंड वॉच अ नाइस मूवी, या तो घर में you have OTT, you have good movies, see a good movie and try to forget that bad experience, क्योंकि सबकी लाइफ में फेलियर आता है, और अगर ये एक बैड एक्सपीरियंस आपकी लाइफ में आ गया तो we should not sit and cry on that, उसी को लेके हम रोते रहे, है ना। हमें उसको, वो मेरे फायदे के लिए होगा अगर उसको जल्दी से जल्दी भूल जाए, and we should forget and try to do best in all other papers which are left। जो हमारे पेपर्स बाकी है और भी जो सब्जेक्ट बाकी हैं उसमें अपना बेस्ट दे। जो पेपर खराब हो गया उसको भूलना आसान नहीं है, कठिन है, लेकिन अगर आपको आने वाले पेपर्स अच्छा करना है तो आपको भूलना होगा वो इंसिडेंट। So you have to be positive, you have to always stay in a positive frame of mind and try to do best in other papers which are still left.
So, sir, to deal with this problem of a student's mindset to have a positive attitude, what are the extracurricular activities that we have in our school that promotes a positive attitude towards the life as well as altogether the life activities or life skills? What are the activities that are?
Okay. First of all, I don't agree with this terminology, extracurricular activities, and now it is co-curricular activities, क्योंकि अब ये जो आपका वो है एकेडमिक जो ईयर है या एकेडमिक स्टडीज है उसमें इसको इंटरवाइन करते हैं। अब अलग से नहीं है कि हम कोई चीज एक्स्ट्रा कर रहे हैं, कोई एक्स्ट्रा बर्डन नहीं, ये स्टडीज के साथ साथ आपको करना है ये एक्टिविटीज, ठीक है। सो फॉर दिस, to encourage our students so that they should not have negative bent of mind, they should not have negative approach, उसके लिए हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हम उनके काउंसलिंग क्लासेस करते हैं, and I personally take counseling classes of senior students। The the students those who are about to pass their class 12 standard. मैं पर्सनल काउंसलिंग उनका करता हूँ और उनको मैं प्रोसेस समझाता हूँ and I ask कि अगर any particular student has any particular problem which he or she is facing, जिसके चलते वो discourage होते हैं, लेकिन एक चीज है कुछ स्टूडेंट्स नर्वस हो जाते हैं, बहुत पढ़े हैं, they have studied everything, उन्होंने एक भी क्वेश्चन नहीं छोड़ा है, एक एक क्वेश्चन का वो आंसर जानते हैं, उसके बाद भी लास्ट मोमेंट में वो नर्वस हो जाते हैं, इसलिए क्योंकि वो प्रॉपर रेस्ट नहीं लेते, उनको प्रॉपर रेस्ट लेने की बहुत जरूरत है। वही कहते हैं, that's why I told you before that you have to study all throughout the year, all around you have to study. अगर आप पूरा साल नहीं पढ़ेंगे तो वो प्रेशर आप फील करेंगे एग्जामिनेशन में, तो वो प्रेशर आपके ऊपर ना रहे, उसके लिए आप साल भर पढ़ें। जो 12th के स्टूडेंट्स ऑलरेडी जो अपीयर हो रहे हैं एग्जाम के लिए, जो 10th के स्टूडेंट्स अपीयर हो रहे हैं इस साल, जिनके एग्जाम स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं 15th ऑफ फरवरी से, 15th ऑफ दिस मंथ से, उनको तो हम बोल ही रहे हैं, बट आई एम टेलिंग दोस स्टूडेंट्स दोस हु आर इन 9th नाउ, नेक्स्ट ईयर दोस हु विल बी 10th, those who are in 11th standard now, those who will be in 12th standard next year, हम उनको स्पेशली बोल रहे हैं कि आप साल भर पढ़ाई करो। अगर आप साल भर पढ़ाई करोगे तो एग्जामिनेशन टाइम में you won't feel nervous, you will have that self confidence in you, और तब आप एग्जाम अच्छा करेंगे। कोई चांस नहीं है कि आप एग्जाम आपका खराब हो, तो वो कॉन्फिडेंस को पाने के लिए आपको साल भर पढ़ना है। ये काउंसलिंग क्लासेस हम लोग कर रहे हैं इसीलिए ताकि उनको हम प्रॉपर काउंसिल कर सकें।
ऐसा आपने मेंशन करा कि you approach them personally and guide them in the direction. So ये मुझे लगता है ये personally कि स्कूल में ऐसा होना चाहिए, such a welcoming environment where students feel that they can approach their teacher as well as director. He himself, you yourself, sir, you're very well educated and have achieved all these achievements. So coming from you, they get very positive attitude. उनको भी लगेगा कि सर जो is already at the high rank, if he's directing us and giving us a positive attitude कि आप मुझसे कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं जिससे मुझे प्रॉपर गाइडेंस मिले, तो ये स्कूल्स में होना चाहिए सर। Very good.
Absolutely. My aim is when a student leaves his home and comes to the school, our school, he should feel that he has left one home and entered another home. Okay? I want, as being the director of the school, I want that we should give a homely atmosphere to all our students so that they have the full choice to ask questions to their teachers. Though that question may look fun, though that question may look foolish, but they have the full right to question their teachers. And for that, I encourage each and every student. And at the same time, I tell my teachers also that if they ask you any foolish question, if they ask you anything out of the box question, don't feel offended, but try to answer them. Because what I think that the more you make your classroom interactive, the more the student will feel at home. Okay? The more the student will feel at home. जितना हम उसको interactive करेंगे, अगर टीचर खाली लेक्चर दे के और क्लास से निकल जाए, I think so that's of no use. When the teacher is teaching, he must take responses from the students. Because you know, a student who, if you ask him a question and he gives an answer to your question, that means he has understood. There are two students, two type of students. एक स्टूडेंट होता है जो सवाल जवाब करता है, जो पूछता है। एक स्टूडेंट होता है जो शांत रहता है। पर इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि उसको समझ में नहीं आया, उसको भी समझ में आया, लेकिन maybe he is not asking questions. maybe he is less interactive. तो टीचर का काम है, if there are 40 students in the class, he should make them interactive. They should respond. है तो हमें ये नहीं मालूम चलेगा कि उस बच्चे का विकास हो रहा है, उस बच्चे का डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है, ना वो टीचर को मालूम चलेगा, ना वो हमको मालूम चलेगा. So that's why I want that in our school, if we are practicing to make our classroom very much interactive, and when the student leaves his home, he should leave his home and he comes to another, that is his school. This is his second home. So he should feel at home in the school, and his creative ideas must develop in the school. उसका पूरा टैलेंट बाहर आना चाहिए स्कूल में, और उस टैलेंट को बाहर लाने में हम टीचर्स, हम एकेडमिशियंस फ्रूटफुल है कि नहीं, वो हमें सोचना है. That we have to ponder on. वो टैलेंट हमें उनसे बात करना है.
What are the new things कि जो आप ऐड कर रहे हैं, जिससे जो ऑलरेडी हमारे स्कूल है वो और बेटर हो जाएगा?
Right. देखिए, there is always a room for improvement. Because a teacher who is teaching, he also needs brushing of his knowledge. Because if a teacher comes to teach a student, he must first be prepared. He should start well prepared from his home. Then only he should come and teach his or her students. In the same way, a student who is coming to study, he should also get well prepared, because a day before, the teacher tells the student that tomorrow I am going to teach you this chapter in physics. So that student will come next day well prepared in that chapter, so that when the teacher teaches him or her that chapter, he may easily understand. And second thing, if he has any doubt, he can ask those questions, or he can clear his or her doubts. Second thing, learning is such a process, it doesn't stop anytime. It's a recurring process. वो चलता है. I, being the director of the school, I'm also learning. I'm still in a learning stage. वो ये नहीं कह सकता है कि that I've learned everything. I'm still in a learning stage. So it's an ongoing process. It's a recurring process. And in the coming session, that is year 2025 and 26 session, I have decided to introduce few things in our school which will really make our students fit for the outer world, skilled for the outer world. Because we all know in India, this present government started one initiative, that is Make in India. So why this initiative started? So that we should not be dependent on foreign countries. Okay. Though when we say that US is around 50 years ahead of us, China is around 20 years ahead of us. So we should not say like that. For that, this Make in India initiative was started. It was undertaken कि हम चीजों को जो बाहर से उगाते हैं उसको हम इंडिया में कर रहे हैं. So it was a very good development. Second thing, previously we used to carry cash in our wallet. These days we don't carry cash in our wallet. Why? Because we have this digital India. We have the facility to pay through our mobile. So it has become so easy. तो हमारे स्टूडेंट जो स्कूल में पढ़ने आते हैं, जब वो आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड में जाते हैं, they should stand in the competition. When they face competition, they should pass in that competition. उसके लिए हम क्या करते हैं? हम इस coming session में we will start skill values. Because these days You just not only educate them, आप खाली उनको बुकिश नॉलेज नहीं देते, but you make them skilled, ताकि आप बाहर जाते हो तो कुछ आप कर सको. For example, many schools have carpentry classes. Okay, why they have? I don't want to make my student a carpenter. मैं उसको पढ़ाई नहीं बनाना चाहता हूँ. But if you are a carpenter, and there is the carpenter who does work in your home or in your school, when you watch them, कितने बारीकी से वो काम करते हैं, है ना? कितना अच्छा वो काम करते हैं. तो कारपेंट्री जो है आपको क्या सिखाता है? स्किल सिखाता है. तो if you know carpentry, if you know cooking, कई स्कूल में कुकिंग क्लासेस होते हैं. क्यों होता है? क्योंकि we must all be independent. हमें किसी के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट होने की जरूरत नहीं है. If I go back home, suppose no family member is there in our house, and if I'm hungry and I don't know how to cook food, so I will stay hungry, or I have to purchase food from outside, which is not fit for my stomach, is not good for my stomach. So in that way, if you know cooking, you will be in an advantageous position. If you know carpentry, you will be in an advantageous position. In our school, we have music classes, we have dance classes. Why?
Because these skills also have hidden discipline in them. If I talk about cooking itself, it needs a lot of measurements. It needs skills. It also improves a person's memory. You talked about carpentry. So even in that, we need precision. So there's always hidden skills that we can learn. It affects our brain as well. If I am cooking or सुबह breakfast बना रहे हैं, तो I have in my mind कि सुबह उठ के मुझे ये ingredients चाहिए और मुझे इसको इस तरह से prepare करना है. So my mind is doing arrangements. It's performing a task. I am preparing myself for a task, and I have to know that these are the things that are available in order to. So these are the things मुझे लगता है जो कि एक हर एक activity में एक hidden underlying हमारे लिए एक lesson होता है जो हम unknowingly उसको करते रहते हैं. It forms a discipline in us.
Very true. क्योंकि ये स्किल होना बहुत जरूरी है. ये अगर पहले क्या होता था कि अनस्किल्ड वर्कर्स जो होते थे, अनस्किल्ड वर्कर्स आर ऑलवेज पेड ऑन द लोअर साइड. जो स्किल्ड वर्कर होता है उसको हमेशा ज्यादा सैलरी मिलती है. तो ये भी एक फायदा है. इफ यू आर स्किल्ड तो स्किल्ड होना बहुत जरूरी है. और जैसे हमारे स्कूल में वी हैव म्यूजिक क्लासेस, वी हैव डांस क्लासेस. तो म्यूजिक एंड डांस दे आल्सो टीच अस डिसिप्लिन. ठीक है ना? खाली आप डांस करके आप फिर बाहर जाएंगे, डांस करके आप फेमस हो जाएंगे, खाली वही बात नहीं है. आपको वो डिसिप्लिन सिखानी है.
मेमोरी पावर स्टेप्स याद
रखनी होती है. इट्स वेरी ट्रू. मेमोरी पावर वो इंक्रीज करता है. और दूसरी चीज, अपने स्टूडेंट्स के टैलेंट नहीं मालूम करते हैं कि स्टूडेंट कितना टैलेंटेड है, ये चीज हमें नहीं मालूम रहता है. बट जब किसी स्कूल में अगर म्यूजिक क्लासेस है, डांस क्लासेस है, देन योगा क्लासेस है, उससे हमें ये मालूम चलता है कि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स का टैलेंट कितने हैं. फिर वो स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं कि आई वांट टू पार्टिसिपेट इन डांस क्लास, आई वांट टू लर्न म्यूजिक. Then our music teacher teaches him or her an instrument. So then he knows one instrument. Because these days you should have a pastime also. Pastime activities should be involved in it. How? Every time you won't be studying them. आप हमेशा खेलते नहीं रहेंगे, आप हमेशा पढ़ते नहीं रहेंगे. अगर आप पॉजिटिव वे में अपने टाइम को यूज करना चाहिए, सकारात्मक तरीके से अगर अपने टाइम को आप यूज करना चाहते हैं, तो उसके लिए आपको एक इंस्ट्रूमेंट आना जरूरी है. आपको डांस आना जरूरी है. तो उससे ये फायदा होगा कि वो पास टाइम है आपका. वो हॉबी है आपका, तो आपका टाइम उसमें यूटिलाइज होगा
और इन द प्रोसेस हमें कुछ
सीखने को मिलेगा. Then reading books, reading novels, reading newspapers, what will it do? It will improve your reading skills. It will improve your pronunciation. If you go to a debate, you can debate, you can speak. If you sit for a group discussion, you can initiate a discussion. Today, you have initiated a discussion, and I am answering your questions. ये किस लिए हुआ? ये इसलिए हुआ क्योंकि मुझे बुक पढ़ने का बहुत शौक है. I read novels, I read books, I read fiction novels. वो किस लिए? To improve my reading skills, ताकि मैं बोल सकूं. तो ये भी बहुत जरूरी है. Then we are going to yoga. योगा क्या होता है? योगा makes you fit. अगर किसी स्कूल में योगा क्लासेस हो रहा है, तो it will keep your mind, body and soul, three things fit. Because I have seen, मैंने देखा है कि किस तरह से लोगों के अंदर बीमारी थी और उस बीमारी से उनको निवारण मिला, उस बीमारी से छुटकारा मिला योगा करके. सर्वाइकल, आजकल जिसको देखो सर्वाइकल प्रॉब्लम, आजकल जिसको देखो स्लिप डिस्क प्रॉब्लम है, तो उस स्लिप डिस्क से आपको अगर निजात चाहिए, अगर उस स्लिप डिस्क से, सर्वाइकल से आपको छुटकारा चाहिए, तो यू मस्ट नो योगा. तो योगा जरूरी है. तो वी आर गोइंग टू इंट्रोड्यूस योगा आल्सो दिस सेशन. देन वी आर गोइंग टू इंट्रोड्यूस एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप.
It's a very important skill to have nowadays.
The nature, entrepreneurial nature.
हमारे कोर्स में एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप को प्रमोट करते हैं कि आप एम्प्लॉय बनने का मत सोचिए, आप एम्प्लॉयर बनने का सोचिए. And this is the perspective that our PM has.
Yes, our PM has. Because बिल्कुल, you own a certain organization. Instead of working in that organization, you own that organization. वो कैसे होगा? If you have that entrepreneurial skills. अगर entrepreneurship skills आपके अंदर नहीं होगा, तो you don't have that mindset. वो mindset ही नहीं होगा. क्योंकि हम सब जानते हैं कि अगर किसी एक कंपनी 100 पोस्ट है, मैं गिव यू एन एग्जांपल, स्मॉल एग्जांपल. अगर किसी कंपनी में 100 पोस्ट है, बट द पीपल those who are applying for that 100 posts, that is in thousands. So how you will get that job? You won't get that job. Or the few lucky ones will get the job. Or the most efficient one will get the job. The 100 efficient person will get the job. तो उसलिए गवर्नमेंट कहती है कि अगर एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप अगर आप शुरू करते हैं अपने स्कूल में, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप स्किल्स और ये सब शुरू करते हैं, तो उससे ये होगा कि आप अपने आप को सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड बनाएंगे. तो दैट स्पिरिट ऑफ सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट विल ऑटोमेटिकली कम इनटू.
From a young age, it will be incorporated to them, then they will become a better person, and they have that skill, and in the future they will do well in that.
Sure. And the other thing which we are introducing, that is financial literacy. Because these days, how to manage your finances is also a very important part. It's an integral part of your life. How to manage your finances.
पैसे कमाना ही काफी नहीं, तो मैनेज करना भी आना चाहिए. कहाँ कैसे इन्वेस्ट किया जाए कि पैसे से पैसे बनाने वाली चीज.
Yes.
That comes from the finances.
Finances only. Since I'm the director of the school, so I have to always focus on the finances. How to invest, how to get return from the investment. So this financial literacy also we are starting for our students from the new coming section, so that they must know not only to earn, but they must know how to spend and how to save. How much to spend and how much to save. Where to invest, and wherever I am investing, I am getting a proper return out of it. So financial literacy is very important to teach the students about the importance of saving, importance of how to spend the money, not in a systematic. not in a lavish way. Just spend and you just spend and forget, not that, but in a proper way. And then today AI, that is artificial intelligence, it's now part of our life. It's very important. So that also we are introducing in our school. We are introducing coding in our school. We are introducing reasoning. Everything has a reason. We don't say anything without any reason. Okay? If we say something, that have a reason. It should have a reason. So reasoning class also does that from our organization.
उन पेरेंट्स को नहीं पता है जितने भी क्वांटिटेटिव एग्जाम्स होते हैं उसमें क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड एक सेक्शन होता है सेक्शन में रीजनिंग एक स्पेसिफिक सेक्शन होता है इसको सॉल्व करना इम्पोर्टेंट होता है तो रीजनिंग सिर्फ लाइफ के साथ साथ हमारे एग्जाम को क्लियर करने के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है पजल्स होते हैं और बहुत सारी चीज़ें ऐसे होती हैं जो कि रीजनिंग्स में होती है मैथ्स के साथ इम्पोर्टेंट होती है सो इट्स वेरी गुड थिंग टू हैव इन द स्कूल बिकॉज ये हमें entrance exams के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रही है.
Of course.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time. And as for our audience, please visit this school as it has so many great qualities. You know the address. Hilma Memorial School is in Mandaya, beside the St. Hills. And thank you so much, sir, for being with us and giving us the knowledge. And I'm sure कि जो हमारे audience जो देख रहे होंगे, they might have received a lot of advices from you and they will follow that.
And it was a pleasure being here and I really enjoyed the session and the questions which you put in front of me. It was a pleasure answering you all the questions. So I will be happy if you invite me again to another session with a different topic. So all the best, ma'am. And thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.